Have you ever been wallowing in self-pity throughout the day and you encounter a young man at the coffee shop and you ask him how his day is going, but you really don't care, and he says, well, I lost my entire family in a house fire last month, but I'm doing pretty well considering that I wasn't home. Yeah, that instantaneous feeling of my life doesn't suck so bad is the same feeling that you get after watching Beast of No Nation. Beast of No Nation was shot and directed by Cary Fukunaga. Try saying his last name 5 times really fast. Fukunaga, 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 Cary Fukunaga is responsible for how dark and how gritty and how lovable the first season of True Detective was. So if you have that HBO and you got that on demand and you want to go watch something good, go watch the first season of True Detective and you'll see how dope Cary Fukunaga is. Beast of No Nation is starring Abraham Attah as Agul. The story takes place in West Africa. We think it's Nigeria, but we never really know for sure, hence the term No Nation. Because it's wartime, there's no school, so Agul and the other kids are playing and selling stuff for money. He lives in a buffer zone, which is a protected neutral area that separates warring nations and or forces. Agul's father is a teacher and he's giving away some of the land that he owns to refugees so that they'll have a place to live. Agul, his family, his neighbors are doing pretty well. They are prospering considering that they're dealing with the results of colonialism and they are surrounded by war-torn areas. Soon after, the government militia called the NRC invades the village and they bring hell on earth with them. I mean, they destroy everything. And Agul was torn from his family and forced to live in the wilderness. Agul was eventually confronted by the commandant, who was played by Idris Elba, and his army full of child soldiers. Once Agul was taken under the commandant's wing, he is baptized in war and violence, and after that his life goes into an inevitable downward spiral. And don't worry, I didn't spoil anything from this film. After this point, there's still 1 hour and 49 minutes to be watched. When talking about the acting in this film, Elba kills his role as the commandant. He's a cult leader in the sense that he's brainwashed these kids who have no hope and no guidance and given them purpose in the form of revenge against the government factions who have stolen their lives from them. The result of this process is a highly effective army of kids who become the real goons that you hear about in trap rap songs. Elba as the commandant is mesmerizing and charismatic. You're thinking the entire time, had he been born in the US and under different circumstances, he could have been the president. Abraham Attah is also equally as captivating. Throughout this film, he's in a constant battle with morality. This war that we are seeing through Agul's eyes is a living nightmare, and somehow after he does all these terrible things, you still want to root for him to get out of this situation, and somehow he still maintains a childlike mind state and innocence, even though he's going through these terrible experiences. And like somehow Attah in this first role embodies this internal tug of war, this internal struggle between a kid who just wants to rewind back time and go home and be a kid and avoid this war, versus this machine of destruction that he's being turned into by this war and the commandant. And again, Cary Fukunaga makes this film feel dark and gritty. If I had to call it 2 words, I would call it exquisitely hopeless. And I had to be reminded of this, but Beast of No Nation is the first original film by Netflix, and as a consumer and as a fan, it's just great to see Netflix's progression. When I first got that membership, I was like, okay, I can catch up on Breaking Bad and Heroes and watch a whole bunch of anime, but now Netflix by the day is being taken seriously and more seriously because of its original programming, like Narcos, like Orange is the New Black, and like House of Cards, and it's rivaling that of HBO, Showtime, and Stars. And it's just great to see how the landscape of television and film is changing at large and how people like myself are consuming this media. I'm going to give Beast of No Nation a brutal yet great 8.6. Can't forget about the G&B team. Go to www.goodnewsbaltimore.org. So, Beast of No Nation, did you like it, love it, or hate it? Comment below. Let's get the conversation going. Don't forget to like and share this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the Mason Diction Entertainment channel. We have more movie reviews coming your way. I said we got more book reviews coming your way. I said we got more random stuff coming your way. I'm in the bathroom.